I'll be America's Next Top Model, Tyra. Watch.
The audition process was insane.
They filed like between 100 and 200 girls into this ballroom. And they cram us in a single file line. And the thing that they kept repeating and they kept saying with nose to the back of the head, nose to the back of the head, your nose should be touching the head of the girl in front of you. And so we all had to, like as a centipede, step forward, like out of our shoes. And I remember looking down and being like, I am the only one that has tits that make that impossible. What do I do?
So if you please, put on the blindfold that we have given you.
The 30 who make it to the next stage.
Welcome to America's Next Top Model.
Then get a chance to woo the judges. And of course, Tyra herself.
You guys have made my fierce cage.
I looked up to Tyra so much. I was so happy that this woman that, I admired since a child, she knows who I am. She picked me to come on her show.
Well, hello, ladies.
Hi, Tyra.
To see her in front of me was probably one of the cooler moments in my life.
I don't remember meeting her. It was totally a fugue state.
Okay, what happened? Go ahead, tell us.
I had balled up a freaking straw wrapper and shoved it up my nose. You accordion it, and then you pull it out. I remember getting off the stage and being like, what did I say? What did I just do?
Only half make the next cut.
Sarah. Gina. Angelique.
Thank you so much.
Lisa.
The chosen few move into the model house. It'll be home for the next 8 weeks, or as long as they last.
Going in.
Everyone starts running.
Oh my God.
I just remember being like, I've never seen a house like this anywhere. We were so excited. It was like the ultimate prize.
Oh my God, penthouse suites in Paris and Milan. Just get my hair and makeup done. Oh, the life,
Tyra, ma'am.
Don't bitch and moan about this hairy situation.
There's no turning back now, as Tyra calls in to tell them what comes next.
Good morning, ladies. It's time to capture the new you for the world to see.
Makeovers, also known as tie-overs.
Top Model is iconic for makeovers.
Well, I line the girls up, line all the pictures up, and I go one by one and try to decide what would be the best makeover to make them edgy, take them, over the edge.
She would look at a girl who was kind of ordinary and go, okay, well, how about if we cut her hair like this? How about if we give her blonde hair? How about if we do this? How about if we do that?
They gave me a short, dirty blonde, short bob, and I just loved it.
You got what every girl wants.
Yo, I feel like Tyra. I had me a long, gorgeous blonde weave.
So are you ready?
Yeah.
We're cutting it all up.
They cut all my hair off. And I definitely think they thought I was gonna cry because I had like homeschool long hair. I loved it and I was super excited. And then they asked if I felt like a man. Was I afraid that being a plus size model with short hair would make me look fatter? And I had never thought that maybe I would look fatter with short hair. I do now.
So we have to cut it off real short like Halle Berry, girl, yeah.
I love my hair. I just don't feel like myself. I look like a boy.
Cut her hair.
No, wait.
If the girls did get a haircut that they weren't happy with, they had to learn how to work with their angles because they might get booked on a job where a client says, you know what, honey, I'm going to pay you $100 grand, but I'm going to cut off all your hair.
You ready?
No.
Come on.
There wasn't anyone taking the time to explain like what's happening, and it was really uncomfortable.
I've never had like a net sewn to my head before.
She stabbed me in the head with needles all day.
It's okay, you ready?
We know what would look good on your face, so there shouldn't be any tears. Most of the girls would get so emotional and tearing like, oh my God, I don't want to cut off my hair, and oh my God, don't do this.
So you're not ready to cut your hair?
No.
I really don't have time for this today. You just gotta leave my side.
They would be reprimanded if they whined too much about their look. They had to learn the word acceptance very quickly.
But for one model, it's not that simple. In Gina Turner's case,
Hello.
it strikes a traumatic chord.
What makes you interesting, special, different?
I have a disease called alopecia universalis, so it's autoimmune. It attacks my hair follicles and my hair falls out. It's hard to talk about.
I started losing my hair around 8 years old. I had no idea it was alopecia at the time. To be a girl and not have hair, and you see how people start treating you differently and what people say is really intense.
You ready? They're gonna start the process. I'll hold your hand if you want me to.
Producers pressure Gina to confront her alopecia on camera by shaving off what little hair she has to create her signature look.
I was crying so hard they had to turn the cameras off. I just kept freaking out, and I just wasn't ready for it. I wouldn't even run down my driveway to the mailbox to pick up the mail if I didn't have my hair on. Like, I really wasn't ready for it to be shaven like that on TV. And then to be told, like, walk around like that. And you have to believe it's beautiful. What if I didn't? I obviously didn't think it was beautiful. I was covering it up with wigs.
With Gina, before she signed up to be America's Next Top Model, she knew that this was her angle, that this would be the way that she would stand out. There's no way in the world that she would have gone onto the show not knowing that that was going to be a strong point for her.
Some of the girls were poked at the traumas, and that's television. Finding that insecure thing that the model has and enhancing it, making the model just stand there, I guess, like a Marine until he's finally broken.
From day one, the cast are interviewed relentlessly, and nothing is off limits.
The producers of the show would ask me about my body all the time, and they would ask me how I felt about it and how I felt about the fact that it was different than the other girls.
Am I too small? Am I like too big? I don't know. I just kind of feel like I'm just wrong sometimes.
And so it was like, how do I like steel myself to let this be the thing that we talk about in every interview?
They used all of your trauma during interviews to get a reaction out of you, an emotional reaction, and then they switch the topic. Anytime you see me crying on the phone, it's because they asked me, do you feel the same way like you did when your mom told you to kill yourself? And then be like, let's change the subject. As you're crying, tell me, how are you gonna walk into this photo shoot? With confidence, right? And you're like, yeah, I'm gonna walk in with confidence.
I think I was in an interview room for like almost 7 hours, like by myself with 3 people just like this. But I had the interviewer telling me I was begging her to stop asking me questions about being suicidal. They ended up using the response of me crying, saying I don't want to talk about it anymore, as my response for losing the competition. I don't want to talk about it anymore. And that's not at all what happened.
Everybody behind the scenes involved with this show structurally built opportunities to poke at people's worst moments in their lives, just to make them cry, or just to make them yell or scream or be angry or seem confused. It's deeply irresponsible and also sadistic.
There's never a moment away from the cameras, not even at the model house.
There really wasn't anywhere that was private. There was mics everywhere, whether they were on top of cupboards, tucked behind toilet seats, behind your pillowcase, like you name it, there was a mic somewhere.
I called shower.
The shower had like a wall that came up to like just below our nipples. Like, or maybe just above, but like not if we reached over our head, you know what I mean? And they were like, we won't film you if you are alone in the shower or in the bathroom, but if anyone else is in there, we will film you. Also, you guys should totally shower together.
It's like a sorority house for models, right down to their bad diet.
This ramen tastes like a hay.
They didn't give you enough per diem to feed yourself. A lot of the girls were just living off of cereal or top ramen.
Also, you know, these girls who don't know how to cook are in a kitchen, so it was a lot of Hot Pockets, it was a lot of fish sticks, a lot of like oven fries. We weren't eating super well.
Okay, out of my thoughts.
And when you're hungry, you get angry, and then you lash out.
So how does it feel being in the bottom? Raina and Brenda, it don't feel good, do it?
They wanted us to fight because they wanted to see what you're like at your worst.
Yeah, we were irritable. We were snappy. That was a concerted effort to keep us off kilter.
It got to the point where I was like, I'll just have a glass of wine. But guess what? Now this glass of wine is now 2 glasses of wine, and I forgot that I didn't have breakfast. And wait, did I even have lunch? And no, and now I'm like kind of drunk.
The result is exactly what producers want.
Oh, y'all fake as hell.
Don't say that!
This is a hellhole. Oh my God. Tell them it's an emergency.
Started to realize that this show was not a real modeling competition.
You're a stupid bitch.
You all know me.
Y'all, all y'all.
It was like psychological warfare.